Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on this big, beautiful planet. And whenever you're watching, thank you for watching the replay. And I am changing shit up today. I'm changing it up. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So usually what I had been doing, I've been doing this on Tuesday morning, and it just got where, no, I can't do it on Tuesday mornings. And then I was doing it Monday evenings, and I thought, oh, that's running into other things that I will be doing in the evenings on Monday. So I thought, okay, let's switch it up, and we're going to be doing it Monday morning. So we're bringing it to you on Monday morning, and we're going to see how this goes. So bringing you your weekly intuitive for your sun, moon, and rising sign. So remember that this is a general reading for everybody, for that whole sign. It's not directed at any one particular person, but the information that comes in might feel like, yeah, that's really speaking to me. So allow it, listen to it. If something is coming in and maybe you're feeling like, I don't agree with that, then it's like, it's it's where you maybe you got to set your ego aside, because maybe there's a blockage or something there. If it doesn't agree, if you're like, nah, this is not mine, absolutely no way, then it's not yours. It's all cool. It's all great. Just, because I'm doing it. Because remember that everybody has your sun sign. So everybody knows what their sun sign. They go to the paper, they know what their horoscope is, right? They know the date they're born. They can look it up, and there it is. But not a lot of people know their moon or their rising sign, because they're usually different, not all the time. So sometimes there is where you have, say you have a Leo moon, and then you have so I said Leo moon, so you might be your sign is a Capricorn, so you might be a Capricorn with a Leo. And then your rising sign is Cancer. So, wow, hey, so you got this foundation, and then you got fire, and then you got water, and you're just like, so that would be an interesting combo. I'm just thinking about it. So with your moon being in Capricorn, right? And then your sun being in Capricorn, and your moon being in Leo, and your rising sign being in Cancer. Whoa! There'd be some crazy radical stuff happening in your life, and finding direction, and etc. So that would just be very interesting. I'd love to see the rest of the chart on that one. Just saying. So this is where, different parts, or one reading might feel more in tune to you than the other, and that could be because of all. So doing it today, this is sort of like, here I am for the weekly intuitive. Just let me, look at, nobody, I caught it. I'm going to hide this. My little chubby fingers got in the way. It's supposed to be a 0, not a 9. You never know. Maybe we will go to a calendar that has 40 days. Who knows? That would be pretty interesting. So, couple things before we get started with the energies that are right now. The moon is still in Scorpio, and the moon really doesn't like Scorpio. It really doesn't feel comfortable in Scorpio. Scorpio is not a feely, touchy type of energy. Even though it is water, it is not one that, it's one that takes things, and there is some, it's fixed. There's structure within it. It rules the 8th house. It wants things done in a certain way. Like, it wants its truth. It rules banks and commerce and taxes. That's what it rules. And so for the moon to be there, it's really, kind of feeling uneasy. And then with Jupiter, lovely little Jupe, at 18 degrees, and Venus at 16 degrees. So they're almost, directly opposite each other. So it's like this week, and for all of us, it's like, I want to go forward. I got shit to do, but what there's this block. And we might be feeling a lot of emotional blockages and emotional energy that's coming up. So this is where, when we're looking at the energies and we're looking at things coming forward, is like, we do, like, it's a reading I did on Instagram this morning. We do have to trust our intuition. We do just have to keep plugging along. We can't allow for certain things in our life to stop us. Like if it's not working, like if we feeling that block and we just know it, then maybe it is time to start something new. But a lot of people are like, oh, but I can't. But there's just something there that is saying that you need to start something new. Hence, I'm here this morning and doing this intuitive astrology reading on Monday morning. It's allowing yourself to be adaptable and change. And that's where this energy is. You got to be adaptable. You got to be able to change. And sometimes you got to do it on the fly. There's things that I've been doing. I've been working on a new website. It's there. it's up. It's going. It's called thegurumama.com. But because people have had issues about payments and stuff, it's like, you know what? I'm going to send you there, because then it's connected with my Square, and it's connected where it's okay. You want to pay for certain things? It's there. Go. And it'll process everything. Right? It'll process everything. The only thing is that it doesn't, for debit card, anyways, it's there. So I'm uploading, I'm learning, I'm doing things on that, and it's a little bit clean. It's just different. Journey Club. I got Journey Club starting September 13th, and I'm so excited. I think I have a couple people signed up already for it. So I'm quite excited for that. Then my guides were telling me, and it's where I'm starting the 21-day meditation. The 21-day meditation starts September 1st. I do it at 6 a.m. I get up, I put it on Zoom. Who's ever joining me at 6 a.m., beautiful. If you're unable to join me at 6 a.m., you can do it anytime. That's the type of meditation I'm doing. It is for protection and projection of the heart. It is this meditation it's so scrumptious. It is just one of those beautiful meditations that really allow us to enter into this scrumptious, beautiful essence of the heart. And it is one of my favorites. It really is. It's one that, when you go into it, it just allows for so much clearing. I did that this weekend. I did another healing mantra this weekend, and wow, it was a ball buster. It just cleared a lot out for me and allowed me to center, allowed me to recenter myself. It was just, just love it, love it, love it, love it, love it when the goddess sends you this energy and this info and you follow it. So there's that, and it's $75. So for the 21 days. The other thing that I'm doing is the Reiki level 1 and 2. It starts September 21st. I was hidden for abuse for saying morning, tough crowd. You what? You were hidden for abuse for saying morning? Wow. What? Good morning. I was wondering what happened. And yes, I do pull them out of my goddess box. Anyways, to answer Dwayne's question. The other thing is the Reiki level 1 and 2 in energy healing. Now, that is starting, it's 2 days, it's 2 evenings, consecutive. And what we will be doing is that we're going to be doing, and I'm going to go through the history of Reiki very briefly, and we're going to get right into what Reiki is and healing and energy healing. And we're also going to bring in a little bit of astrology with that. So I'm changing it up and bringing in some astrology with the healing modality, because I feel like it's very important to find out, I've always asked people, and when I do readings, it's just one of those things, what is your sign? Because a lot of that has to do with the energies that are coming in and around you. I'm not going to go really deep into that with this course, but just to give you an essence of, of the different signs and sort of the energies that you might be feeling or picking up with them as you're doing healing. So we're adding that. I put the price, I can't remember what I put the price at. I think it's $222. Payment plans and everything are there for it. So there's that's happening. You get a certificate and workbooks, etc. So it is coming into doing little classes like that. We have Angel 101. I'm not sure when I'm doing that, but it's coming up too. So lots. Like, this is where I just want to just, here's the choices. You know, I know a lot of people say they want to do everything. I want to do it all. It's like, okay, but you know, let's pace yourself out. Let's not overdo it, right? So this is where, you know, with the Journey Club, if you want to focus on the Journey Club and the meditation, wonderful combo. Wonderful, wonderful combo. If you sign up for the Journey Club, you know what I'm going to do? If you sign up for the Journey Club, I would throw in the 21-day meditation. Just saying. So if you are wanting to do the Journey Club, I'll throw that in. So there are things like if you're wanting to do the Reiki, and the Reiki is a beautiful one, and I'm adding a little bit of astrology in there, and you know, whoever signs up, I'll tell you the books you know to that I utilize, and that would be great for your library. So in bringing them, because they're books that I teach from all the time and I utilize all the time. You can tell by looking at them. So there's a lot that I want to be doing. And the thing is, you can't let stuff hold you back. You just can't. If there's something there that you truly, truly want to start taking and want to doing and want to learn, you really have to go in it and you have to just do it. You really do. Honestly, if you're sitting there and you're wondering, should I've got hair, the hair keeps going in my ear and it's tickling me. It's like, if you really truly desire to do this is saying, yes, I'm going to do it, because I have found God always provides in some way. Too many people. I stopped looking at Facebook Messenger when too many people go on. Oh, how I do it? It's I don't know. You just do it. Like, this is, because to me, this is my service. This is my dharma, right? So when people message me, like when people email me, I can email you back. You'll be emailed back usually within the day, or messaged back within the day. At least I try as it, and I've been bombarded by a lot of emails and stuff. But see, this is me. It's like, I also, when I message people, I also ask for the respect back for the response. So where a lot of people will email and then I don't hear from them for 2 days, but they seem to be, like I posted the other day. The other thing is that I put out, if you email me and I give you a time, it has to, you either say yes to that time and you have to pay for it. You have to pay for it up front. And I've been doing that for a while, and it's very important. But it's also, after a certain time too, I don't answer any messages. Like, I'm offline. So it's honoring yourself too with that, that I find. So I am just pulling up my Facebook here. Okay, Candace is on there. Hello, hello. So having my Facebook there. So I love it when sometimes I get captions. So it's interesting. So here we have the lovely goddess box. So we have the goddess box with everybody's little sign, rising sign. Ooh, people are hiding. There's a lot of hiders today. I know it's a little bit difficult right now, and especially with that square. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that a beautiful satellite? It's just sitting there in my box. I just noticed it. See, that's what happens. Let's go. I'm like, oh, look at what else do I have in here? Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice tiger's eye. So they're talking to me this morning. These guys are just bopping, man. This is a jasper. That one's kind of cool. Anyways, you guys are like, whoa, she's going off. What is she doing? You know? And this all the signs sit with all these crystals every week. So they get, energized. So they get this energy going for them. So who are we going to start off with? Oh, look at you guys. Leo. Hey, Tammy. Leo. Let's see. Hi. Let's go over here. And this is a good one to start off with. And the reason why this is a good one to start off with is Pisces, because we're going to be having a Pisces full moon. And that's it's a great segue for me to to go into, and because Pisces full moon, and I have a workbook for the Pisces full moon. So this is something, and then we're going to be starting the meditation a couple of days after, or we're starting the meditation on the Pisces full moon, which is absolutely fabulous. And Pisces right now, there's a lot of this, with that Neptune being in there. And Neptune is, retrograde. But Neptune is making some sort of some angles sextiling over to Jupiter. So there's this Neptune-Jupiter energy that's coming in for Pisces. And I think it's really like they're trying to, it's this connection. There's a connection they're really trying to come forth in and feel. But it's almost like I get like, the image I'm getting with you, Pisces, is like you're trying to step onto the boat. You're on the wharf and you're trying to step on, but you can't really get your footing onto this boat. So you're just feeling a little bit off. And, we have the sun being in Virgo, and it's opposite you. So it's really, shining over there onto you and bringing into where you want to, when it comes to relationships, what do you want to create? This would be the first in the seventh house. So it has something to do with relationships. How are these relationships forming around you? How does that feel for you? And you're wanting to come into some sort of connection. There's a connection that you are wanting to make. Yet I'm getting bridges that are coming in. But there's an energy that's around you, Pisceans, right now. And here we have the Aries energy coming in. So Aries is next to you. So Aries rules your money, your 12th house, which is your house. So it's funny because you guys switch with this. And with Aries coming in with your 12th house, it's wanting you to get into, some deepness, some aspects, and some grit, getting into some grit to get things going, right? And I'll listen afterwards. Okay, have a good day. And this is where you need to get some positive energy going. So some positiveness, wanting to come up and around you. Positiveness to illuminate your future. Now, love, because relationships is really making a huge attraction there. So you got to shine. So you got to shine and attract in kind. So what is it that, right place, right time? Is that the boat that you're supposed to be on? This is where, you have to look at it. It's like, okay, maybe I need to bring my foot back and get on the wharf, and take a look around. So I feel like it's more like you need to sit on the wharf for a bit, not go on any boats. Like, it's not for you to sail away, right? It's not for you to sail away. And this is where I'm getting your intuition. So here comes, I had to bring out the unicorn cards today because they were just calling me. So the unicorns, it's listening, it's that whisper. See, the thing is that your intuition is very quiet. It is that nudging energy that comes in and says, just sit. It's okay. It's okay to sit. But I think there's been so much feeling of being locked down or feeling confined that you just want to get on the fucking boat and just sail away. And I got the song Sail Away. Sail away. So I have this song in my head right now. And it's by Styx. And I have to play it. This is a song I have for Pisces right now that's coming through. And I feel it's like where you really want to, because Neptune is retrograde, and Jupiter's retrograde. So it's kind of like, I want to get going. I want to get going. I want to do this. And you just want to be free. And Aries is coming in, and the God of War is there, and he's squaring off, and you're just like, this is just too much. I really want to try and figure out, and look at, Eight of Pentacles reversed. So you're really wanting, you're really wanting to create something, but it's a hard thing for you right now. It's a hard thing. And I feel this song is just perfect for you, Pisces, right? Just listen, and then he's going to hit it. And I have to say, this is what I'm going to, I'm just going to interlude. If you look at old rock and roll stars like Styx or Rolling Stones or the Beatles or any of those guys, they could play instruments. There's a few, like I know Justin Timberlake can play instruments. Justin Bieber can play instruments. Actually play them. Like, don't fuck around and pretend, but actually play them. When you watch this, you watch it, he's actually playing the piano. And it's just so, it's so cool when you see people that are actually doing their gift. Anyways, I had to interlude that. I had to put that out there. So with that, this is where I feel that for you, this is going to be your counsel. Is your counsel card is self-reflection. Oh, wow. It's looking at that reflection. Look at that. Very watery, And I think for you, as we're building up to this full moon that's coming into your sign, that this energy of this full moon is getting you to really look at and to adjust into an illumination, because you are really wanting to illuminate parts of your life, yet you have been feeling a little bit overwhelmed. So I feel like you just need to take some time, and this week, and may show you, things are alive, love's alive, energy's alive, to turn on that, the lights, and turn on your love lights, and allowing for you to really come into where you really want to shine in your world. And with Venus's opposite Jupiter in your 11th, and this is happening tomorrow. This is about, there is some lucky breaks that are going to be coming in for you. There is some beautiful, about right timing, right vibe, but you've really got to listen to your intuition. You really got to trust your intuition during this time. And if you're not, you're going to find it's just going to get you where you're not going to take the foot off the boat and you're going to fall in the water. Right? So you don't want to be doing that. And this is where you need to dust off and find that essence and find that truth. And this is a very cosmic collection of energy that's coming in. Mercury is trining Uranus in your 7th. And we have pointing to one piece of news. So Mercury's trying to give you information, give you news, give you something. And that's where I feel you just need to sit and you need to listen because the information is coming in. Mercury isn't going retrograde as yet, but he will be slowing down because he will be going retrograde next month. So this is where you really have to sit and you really have to come into your counsel, and listen. Pisces, this is a big thing. It's a big thing for you, baby. So next up on the drawing board, man, this is really is Virgo. Virgo. Wow. With the Virgos coming in and the Virgo energy. I just got lightheaded when I said Virgos. So the Virgos are just like a boom, and I got very lightheaded. With the sun being in there, it's like where I feel, again, it's making, the sun is making, some trines over to Venus. It's also, over to Uranus, yet it's looking over to, making some really crazy angles. Some, quincunx are over, not quincunx, but anyways, aspects over to the bad boys. And with Mercury there, and Mercury's ahead, it's like, still in your sign. So Mercury's still in your sign. So it's like giving you some kind of boost, giving you some kind of like, yes, I got Mercury here, but he's not going to be there for much longer. And he's going to tootle off. And there's a feeling that for you, it's this season of really definition and defining, finding some definition for yourself, defining self in some truth. This lockdown and everything, I think, has been a real big pressure on you and really taken its toll on you. So this is a chance for a new beginning. This is a chance to press reset for you. This is a chance. Oh yeah, Scorpio's coming in because of the intensity of the energies that really looking forward, with a lot of the intensity that's coming forward. This is really for you to really get in and look deeply. Again, this is where, changes are coming in and the journey's not only evolves, but changes, right? And the makeup of the heavens will be different every lap we take. So things are changing and evolving for you, but and you are mutable. You're very good at doing the changes and evolving. And there's a lot of, positive energy that's coming in around you. But I feel like there's where a lot to do with relationships, on the relationships you have in your life, how you are connecting, how are you joining in? Are you excluding yourself or are you hiding? What are you doing? Are you actually joining a group and learning something that you really truly desire or not? So this is just to really start to look at, and that there's a reset because this is Virgo energy. This is your energy. This is going forth and, your heart's desire. This is your season. This is happy birthday, Virgo, right? Let's bring in the happiness. Let's bring in the celebration for you. This is where, the season is changing. It's winding down into some new energies and bringing in potential to start new relationships in your life, new groups. Where do you want to start reaching out to? And this is where Scorpio comes in and says, okay, where do you want to put those boundaries? And where do you want to extend the boundaries? Scorpio is very good at extending boundaries. You want to extend something and push things right to the limit. Scorpios will take you right to the limit, and that's what they'll do. And this is bringing in your imagination. Envision your new reality. This is like, okay, if you want, the thing is about vision boards. The vision boards is to start to envision, what do I have right now that I can grow from? What can I do, right? This is what it's all about. Have a great day at work, Candace. So this is what you can, start to create. What do you want to start to create? It's bringing in that creating part, with the trines on Jupiter on the 25th, the ruler, Mercury trines Uranus, which rules your 11th, but is in your 9th right now on the 25th, and then Jupiter trining on the 25th. So it opposes Neptune on the 30th. So this is bringing in this energy of potential relationships, of growth that you want to bring in. This deals with new types of love, not only like, a relationship, intimacy love, but it brings in love of social energy, social, where do you want to socialize, and bringing in that socializing. And see, the Knight of Pentacles comes in reversed. So you might, this is part of your energy. Where are you stuck, or where do you feel like you are stuck? Because there's this stuckness that's coming in, and you might not feel settled. So you need to prioritize things, and start to prioritize things, and start to imagine that of what you desire and build upon that. Bringing that forth, allowing for yourself to, yes, this is where I want. I'm not going to settle anymore. I want to have grandeur. I want to have a great life. This is my desire. It's like where you get to a point and you're just settling for what? Why are you settling? So this is going into, look at attraction. So what are you attracting? There's an attraction. So what are you bringing forth? What are you trying to attract into your life? Because it's like whatever you're putting out there, if you're putting out like I'm stuck and I can't go anywhere, then you're stuck and you can't go anywhere. So this is looking into, and Scorpio's even saying, let's do this. Let's push the boundaries. And we're going to do it. And Scorpios can be this energy can be very forceful and to you. And sometimes for Virgos, you will shut down because I don't believe it. I want to see it. I don't want to do it until I see the proof. And it's like, no, you got to trust. Got to trust. This is a whole week on trusting intuition, man, of coming into it. And sometimes with Uranus being retrograde, and he's an outer planet, and Neptune being retrograde, outer planet, it's just subconscious. And all of this energy is coming in, and you're just like, just freaking out because it brings in anxiety, brings in overwhelmness. So don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to step out, Virgo. This is where you need to step out and say, this is what I need. And this is where I need to go. So allow yourself to stand out there. It's like, do it, baby. Just do it. And in comes, here they come. Here they come. Lovely Libras. Libra. Deciphering love in their life. What is the love? What's going on? Libras are like, got to bring a balance in. Venus is in Cancer, kind of feeling it, kind of not feeling it. Libras are, I feel like a little bit of melancholy is coming in with the Libras. So Libras are feeling a little bit of melancholy. It's causing, it could be considered a case of bad timing, Moon and Venus rendezvousing, very auspicious type of energy. You're trying to really create something. There's a little bit of nostalgia there. Oh boy, there's so much going on with you, Libra. Whew. And the thing is, the thing is right now, there's nothing happening in your house. Like there's no planets in your house right now. Yet, what's opposite you is the energy that's coming in, and that is Aries. So Aries energy's, shining over on you. And it's like, and I think that's where you're getting caught up with, Mars squaring Saturn, and you're just feeling that intensity. You're feeling that, and it's like when you look at where the sign is, you look at where it is, and it's, what is opposite and what's happening over across the street. And sometimes you don't think what's happening over across the street that affects you. You think, that's across the street. But we got to remember about energy, right? Energy and the flow of energy. So energy is flowing over. and it's flowing over onto Libras, and it's not very good to confuse a Libra. It is not good to confuse Libras. Libras are not very good at being confused, because then they have to figure it all out and they want to balance it. And then there's professional pressures or work-life balance tension. So this can be rather challenging for them. And the moon can't stop Venus from clashing with Jupiter before leaving. And that causes seizures, that causes disruptions with the Venus and Jupiter opposition. And then we, it's in your career. Like, it's just like Libras. I think this is where it's like almost where it's all these restrictions are coming in on you and you're feeling it, and release. You need to find some form of release with all of this. And in comes Aquarius. And you get along with Aquarius. I mean, that's one of your sister signs. So Aquarius comes in, and this is where it's like enjoying freedom. What do you enjoy? What do you love? Is it going out in nature? Is it going for a bike ride? Is it just sitting in the backyard and having a toke? That's what I got. With Libras, it's like just going in the backyard. I just need to just sit and just smoke a joint or have a beer. I don't know why that image, that's what my guides just gave me. I think that's funny. But this is where that's part where you just like somehow you need to release. You need to let go. Not to hide, not to cover up, but it's where you need to really come into a place where you can move into your expansion and move forward, because you have been weathering a lot of storms, right? They're tuning into me. That's absolutely it. Your challenges ahead are going to bring some positive energy, but it's like, there's issues at home, or there's issues with things at home, where it comes with rent or just this heaviness that's coming in there with you. And I feel like it's this heavy is going, all have been heavy for the past 2.5 years. I feel there's been a lot there, and downsizing, and but you still want to have good stuff. You still want to have good stuff, but it's expand into a larger life circle. So with Saturn, which has been moving slowly through your fourth, and that's all, your fourth house, when we look at Libra being the first, your fourth house would be Capricorn, Saturn going through there. This can go back. I mean, depending on your age, just go back 30 years. And it's, this is when even though it's still retroactive, it's bringing, there's doors, there's opportunities that can still open for you. But you just need to allow yourself to stop overthinking it all, trying to figure it out. Oh God. That's what I just get. It's like, it's like, what if, I should have done this. I could have done this. Is this the right time? Isn't it the right time? Do it. How's my, it's like my Libra child. He calls me practically every day. Mom, what's my chart? What's it saying? Where's the sun? What's going on? And it's like, it's adorable. It's wonderful. But it's like sometimes you just got to trust in it. And it is that taking time and going back to the innocence. Oh, yes. That's the other part of this energy this week, too, is sometimes you got to just go back to the basics. This is why, when I like to drink my coffee out of a cup instead of paper. So posh on time, just posh, just doing some poshness here, have to drink coffee out of my mug. There's where I feel, that's my train of thought, typical Libra, that I feel like, sometimes you have to go back to the basics for things. When I took level 1 Reiki several times, like I first took it like 30 some years ago, and then I retook it several times with different teachers, and even my master class. We're trying to get the concept, or I had to go back to the basics. And maybe there was something I missed. And that's very much how I work. It's like I need to go sometimes back to the basics so I can understand and really get my teeth into it. And I think that's where this is coming in, because there is a rebirthing that's coming forward. And on, especially, the 25th sees that opposing generous Jupiter in your fourth. Yeah, but generous Jupiter is in Capricorn, going to the worst, getting closer to the 15 degrees, and he doesn't like it. So this is really coming in, and Venus is trining Neptune, and we got to remember these guys are retrograde, so this can bring a lot of heaviness for you. Just saying. So the way things worked versus the way they were. So this is where, if it's not working right, maybe you got to let it go and just go and do what it is that you need to do. And with it comes the Ace of Pentacles. So there is new beginnings there for you. So there is something new and a new foundation that's going to be coming in. And your guides, creation. You are able to create your realm. You're able to create this. It's like you got to allow yourself to step away and let go of anything it sees that you now see keeps you stuck in place. Let go of things that aren't working. If it's not working for you, then you got to let it go. And that's the thing. But a lot of times you just like, I don't want to let it go. But you got to let it go. You got to let it go. Let it go. And be realistic about the way things are. And not how you would like them to be. So this is coming into some realism here. And that can be that's a tough lesson, I think, for Libras, because Libras want to see things in a certain way and have it in a certain way. So that's where I feel that escapism is coming in for you, and you're wanting to escape and you're wanting to hide. So I'm going to get everybody sitting on a wharf today. Everybody, we're all going out by the lake, and you're all going to go sit on the wharf, and we're all going to just meditate. And when you're ready, if you want to go in the lake, go in the lake. Let's go. Or you can sit on the wharf if it's out in the ocean. But I'm not one to go jump in the ocean, just an FYI. I'll jump in a lake, but I'm not going to jump in the ocean. I'll let the ocean hit my feet. That's about it. I have issues with the ocean. The ocean, I love it, but the ocean in me has a little bit of issues. Finding out all my crazies. So here we go into Sagittarius. I got secretary coming in. So someone's taking notes or needing to take notes. And this is where confidence is. This is, that you're needing to get confidence to make up for some lost time or something in the past. And I feel that you really need to start taking some notes. You have the South Node there, and it's, for the next 15 months or so, right? You guys can meditate. I'll energetically cheer you on while I smoke a joint. You know what? When you said that, Candace, I feel the exact same about you. Do you, Tammy? I love it. But you know what? Okay. Before I get into Sagittarius, this is my thing about the ocean. One, they have jellyfish. And jellyfish appear, and I think they're alien. I think they're alien beings that came down. This is my theory. Plus, there's other things that are there that could sting you and harm you, and sometimes even when you think you can put your foot on the floor of the ocean, it's like, either the tide came in or something. It just freaks me out. Plus, it's salty. And I could go to my mythology of why I think the ocean is salty. But anyways, I'm not going to go there. It's just like, I see people go into the ocean and they spit it. I'm like, why aren't they making a gross face? Because it tastes gross. Anyways, there you go. That's my thing. And Candace, I can see you with dreads standing there in some kind of cool outfit, and you got a big joint, and you're just like, you guys, I'm just gonna chill over here. I'm on the bank. I'm having a good time, and I'm just enjoying. So there you go. There's my. So this is where for Sagittarius, the South Node focuses is on past and especially on the completion with Jupiter. So the planet of luck and expansion, having just left last December, was in Sag. There is a huge amount of potential that warrants a second look. So with the South Node there, so you got to look at what was going on last year for you. And with Jupiter being there, what were you trying to expand? What were you trying? Now, a lot of times when Candace is the mermaid, a lot of times that with having your ruler in your house can be double the intensity. It's great, but it's double the intensity. And so now that you've had some time and he's been out of your house and in Capricorn, this is really looking at, what are the messages? Is there mixed messages that you've been receiving? This is about accurate assessment of your life. Are you, coming into it? And here, this is Gemini's coming in. So with this Gemini energy, which is opposite you, it is lively, it's witty, it wants to investigate. That's where this North Node is. It's like, okay, I can't just get stuck here. I need to look at it, investigate it. I need to move on. I need to allow myself to expand. It's where don't just do something like, oh, my daughter told me one of her good friends, she's a Sag. It's just like she got her lips puffed up or whatever, Botox in her lips or whatever it is. And I'm just like, she didn't think this through. Now that's an example of what can happen with Sagittarius, is that you're not thinking things through. It's like, okay, that sounds like a good idea. Let's just go do it. You got to really think things through right now. If you're not thinking things through, you're going to find that you're going to do something that you might later regret. So this is really a time of thinking things through. This is really a time of exploration. And, Mars, who is, Mars is, in your playful, romantic house, and it's not very romantic in your house right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. And this is where you need to start looking into maybe bringing in that creativity. This is where Gemini is pulling you in. Let's look into some creativity. Let's get things going. Let's get things moving. And bringing in a time of divine understanding. So are you calling in your divine team? Are you calling in your angelic team? You could just say, angelic team, come on. You don't have to know them by names. This is freedom, bringing in freedom. This is looking at things, and you got to really push yourself into doing that. You are the fire. Allow yourself to move into that and become the leader of your life. You are the leader of your life. So you can inspire, you can be that inspiration, but you got to allow yourself to do it. And not just think that, oh, this is going to be a quick fix for me to feel better. Well, you might feel better, but it's, this is where you need to start looking at, okay, I need to look at something that's realistic. Maybe I need to look at some long-term plans. Maybe there's some house improvements I need to do. Maybe there's some, no more quick fixes. This is looking at long-term plans. What do I need to investigate in? And the Ace of Swords is coming in with information. So here we go. Let's get going. Let's get moving. Let's move. Let's go. The Gemini, it's air. Let's move. Let's have this energy going. And when you do that, that's when you're going to generate positivity, influence, money, relationships. This is going in because there has been matters of hard work for the last 2.5 years. So you got to look at your 2.5 year cycle. So remember what I said about the Leo new moon. So there's this cycle there that was ending, 2.5, 3 year cycle that was ending. What is it? What is it that ended? What is it that came to fruition? What is it that you needed to go forward in? So this is what you need to look into. And you come into a realization. That's what your guides are saying. Your guides are saying realization. Coming into this is a waxing crescent. We're right in the waxing crescent right now. This is the first waxing crescent energy right now. So what is your realization? What is it? Get ready to be open-handed with your solutions. Get ready to get it done. This is like the planet to blame is, of course, Saturn, making you work harder for your cash. That's where he is. But also teaching you how to better use that. So he's teaching you stuff. He's telling you this is what you need to do. But you can't go around and be willy-nilly about it. That's what I get. So financial improvement, thanks to Venus. Venus is going to bring in some financial improvement for you. And bringing in angles to Jupiter on the 25th. And another one to Pluto on the 30th. So Venus wins here as it is in Pluto's ruling house. And Pluto is in Venus's ruling house. So think changes for the better. And when I say that, that means when I look at the chart and look at where it is. So, okay, on that house. Not necessarily, so let's just say my fifth house is Scorpio, but fifth house is ruled by Leo, right? So this is where we're looking at this energy. So if you are looking for improvements now, understand that these should be fretted away, but put towards feathering the nest. This is looking at long-term goals. It's important for you to be looking at long-term goals right now, not going out and getting your lips done. Just saying. So just like, what? I was going to get my lips done? But this is looking into your long-term, and it's important to look into the long-term. So, and remember, I mean, it has been with where Saturn is within that chart, within the chart, you got to look at what's going on, and him being there for the last 2.5 years, right? So he's been there and putting that energy there for the last 2.5 years. That's the other thing too. So when you're looking at your natal chart, dropping everything. When you're looking at your natal chart, okay, take a look at what's transiting, right? And how long things are. So if you look at where your Capricorn is in your sign and take a look at things that have been happening in your life for the last 2.5 years. So this is giving you an understanding of energies that are working around you and energies that are going on in and around your life. When you start understanding that, then you can start sort of, okay, this is what's going on, and even plot out what's going, because we know that every 2.5, 3 years, Saturn moves into the next house. So Saturn will be moving into Aquarius. Jupiter moves every year into a new sign. So we can start to look at and plot out things in our life and say, oh, this is really a fabulous time to do X, Y, and Z. That's what's wonderful about doing astrology. This is looking at, it's like, oh, okay, if I'm going through some turmoil in my life, let's say financially, what's going on in my financial houses? And how is that relating to me at this time? And so when you start to look at what's going on in your financial houses, then maybe you can start to say, okay, how can I get to the root of this issue and start to work with it? Now, the thing is that the chart shows you the energies. Now it's up to you how you're going to utilize and work with these energies, right? And that's important, okay? So that's important. Aquarius. So we're on Aquarius. Does that make sense to you guys? Because when I'm doing these, I really want to help teach you some of the information, like teach you how to do some of the stuff. Oh, I can feel, I don't want to close my curtain because the sun's coming in. It's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, we're on Aquarius. I got frustration coming in for Aquarius. It's a lot of frustration. Um, a lot to do with family, work-life balance. Balance is a big one that's coming in for Aquariuses. I mean, there is an intersection that's happening with the moon and Venus and Neptune. But there's, any work life, any tension that's coming in with your work life balance. So there's some tension there because I got it's like an elastic band that I'm seeing with it and being pulled. So there's a lot of tension on this elastic band. And I feel like there's, with this tension that's happening on this elastic band, it's getting pulled. It's getting pulled. Like there's a pulling, like how far can you pull it? How much tension do you want? Or are you wanting to let go of the elastic band? That's the thing. Ooh. But I feel like it's like if you don't, I think not just let go of it, but I think you got to start to move towards whatever that tension is so that it can be relieved. And so it's like homeopathic, is that when we go into homeopathic medicine, is that we go backwards. When there's the symptoms, we just don't mask it, we go backwards. So it's like, for instance, if you have a really bad rash, you can use poison ivy to relieve it. But here's the thing, you don't just take a leaf and rub it on your rash, but there's a very tiny, you can't even see it, potion part that you take from that and you put it on there. It's like poke root. Poke root is poisonous, right? So when you look at the poke root, it is like, but you can use a very, like, not even, you can't even see this tiny drop if you're very sick, and it helps to clear up any viral or bacterial infection, right? But you got to use a very small point. And this is what I feel like for Aquariuses right now. It's like there's such tension there that you just got to slowly begin to look at how can I relieve this? What can I do to relieve this? What are things that I got to let go of because I have no control? And this is, looking at maybe revisiting the past. There's something there maybe that you need to kickstart, reevaluate, really look at, and bring into a balance. It's funny that Libra's got Aquarius and Aquarius got Libras. So this is like the energy diplomatic. This is to seek harmony and bring in some harmony in there for you and allow for you to explore, renovate, redecorate. What is it that you need? This is looking into your interior space internally, because be prepared to be renewed. Whoa, I'm going to sneeze with this. So being renewed after a period of crisis. There, I sneezed and you didn't see me. So, but when I sneeze, when I'm doing things, I know there's a lot of truth in that. And bringing that truth in. Wow. There's a lot of clearing that's having to happen with this Aquarius energy. I feel there's a lot to get into and really work into that interior. Taking action. And now is the perfect time. Take time towards your dreams and move towards. This is looking into your well-being and what is truly worth your love and your focus right now. So you might be, working at this tension and pulling away. No idea, but you need to maybe re-angle it and relieve some of that tension in order for you to create that of which you want to create. And of course, well, we got the Page of Swords coming in. And the Page of Swords is, young, youthful ideas. What are they? What is that youthfulness that's coming in for you? What is allowing for you to really look into your soul investment? And what isn't? and will be highlighted as a part of this. So what is looking into? What are you investing in? What is that soul investment at this time that you've been doing? And coming in with some gratitude. Ooh, beautiful. Gratitude. What is that gratitude? You know, I am so grateful now that the sun is shining. I'm so grateful now that I'm creating new classes. I'm so grateful now that. So this is where, you know that you're worth it. Know that you're worth doing this. When you see which is which, you will know what to do. And Mercury and the sun remain in your power sector. So this is looking into, with Mercury will trine Uranus in your 4th and Jupiter in your 12th, as well oppose Neptune, you know, as the week unfolds. And this is all about your value system. What is your value system and what's going on with your value system? Oh, and here comes an Aquarius now as I talk about Aquarius. Yes, I was. Look at that. She's my little daughter. Say hi.
Hi.
You got to come over here and say hi.
No.
Oh, she doesn't have her makeup done. Yeah, go ahead. Just let Matthias know where I am. So just leave that open there. So this is where we have to look into it and state your values this week. So Aquarius, you got to state your values and spend all the time you need to determine just what these are now. So this is a week of really, this is a huge soul searching week for you, and really work on that soulfulness of saying this is what means. This is my meaning this week. This is what truly matters to me, and doing the work. So I would suggest you should get my workbooks and utilize the workbooks. And those who are in my Moonfesting group, you guys do the workbooks, print them out, get them done. Like, go in, answer those questions, get into the energies, because it's really going to help to guide you with the transformations that are coming in, and allow for you to go through this and work with a lot of this energy. So because the energies are, this week is almost where it's, people want to just say, shove it. I don't want to do it. But this is really, you got to press ahead and do it. Taurus. So Taurus. Oh, wrong place at the right time. Yeah. Relationship sector will evoke strong emotional response. There's a clash with Uranus. Will also stress test a balance between your personal and relationship needs. So yeah, with Uranus being there and a lot of the aspects coming into Uranus right now is really causing a lot of stress. Oh, Tauruses, and I got the moon, so it's an unconscious, there's a lot of inner emotions that are coming in with you. And you're feeling this intensity, and now Uranus is going backwards and he's in your sign. And then we have, it's like you want to go and take a breather with all of this as we move along. And the moon is, opposite Uranus. So the moon is bringing in, raising up a lot of energy there for you, and he will be there and going into Sag later on this evening. So he is moving into, somewhere different, but you still have the sun is still trining over, Mercury's still trining over. So you got some squares with Mars. You got not Mars, I'm sorry. No, wrong. But you got some Jupiter trying to expand things, trying to get information. And it's like banging up against a door, and the door is not opening to give you the information that you need. So this is where you really have to look at, there's a transformation. So a time of natural transition and transformation. So bringing in that. So a lot of things are dying away for you, Taurus, that you have to look at and not hang on to. It's like Tauruses want to keep everybody in their back corner. just in case. No, opposite you is Scorpio. And Scorpio is like, get that fucking shit out of there. It's time to shovel it out. You don't need, it's too much shit piling up in your backyard. So you really need to look at what you need to let go of. And as you know, and it's discernment. Oh my God, discernment. Stay true to your knowing. Keep your dreams a secret. This is like, yeah, I want to do this. You don't need to have all of that energy there that is holding you back. So the energies that are coming in, and with Uranus being there, it's saying, it's, you know, we're cleaning house here, buddy. We're not keeping hold of shit that no longer serves you. And, you know, as a Taurian, you want to keep it. You're wanting to, like, I want to keep it all. I love them, just in case, even though he was an asshole to me. You know, it's like, no, it's just, we're getting rid of it. You know, it's the dumpster's there. We're throwing it in. And with it, you're juggling. You're like, oh my God, I don't like to juggle. I want to keep myself. I want to keep everything pretty in my life. I want to keep everything fine in my life. I don't want to do this. But there's this, you know, energy that's coming in, and it's bringing in some clashes, bringing in some changes there. And for you, woo, well, we got the masculine lunar god coming in, and he's pretty sexy. So we got this lunar god coming in, bringing in and saying you got to step in, and this is where action has to come in. Yes, you know, where you are the feminine side, so there is that going in, but here comes the masculine energy that says, no, we got to go out. We got to go out, and we got to expand. We got to allow for that expansion to happen. We can't be continually going in and just, you know, taking, and just holding on to it. This is about us illuminating it and saying, I don't need it. I got to let it go. So this is a huge week of letting go, a huge week of not holding on to shit anymore and going forward. That's what it is. And a lot of time, you know what? I know you want to hang on to this, but you can't. You can't. This is using your discernment, getting forward, and not hanging on to crap anymore. That's it. That's it. There you go. As we go into Gemini. Oh, Geminis. Gemini. What's going on with my lovely Geminis? Geminis can be kind of secretive, and then they let you know what they want you to know when they want you to know it. They don't always tell you everything that they want. They don't tell you everything. They keep a lot of stuff secret, but then when they really want to tell you something, you got to sit and listen. So I feel like for you Geminis, there's a lot of stuff that you've been holding on that are secretive, that you haven't been talking about, like even in your own life. And this is where clashes are coming in with the planets on the home and career front. And this is where you need to, again, this is about your balancing. And sometimes Geminis just aren't fucking balanced. They're all over the goddamn place. So when the heart and head work together, the results are very powerful, and bringing in a lot of power there for you. And you ending up in exactly the right place and space. So this is where you need to start working with your energies and listening to your energies, and not being all, drama queens or drama kings. So this is where I find it's important for Geminis to stop dicking around. Steven Spielberg, he was born under your opposite sign of Sagittarius, and is currently remaking the classical musical West Side Story. Start humming. There's a place for us this week, and that's your anthem, is West Side Story. So anyways, the ruler Mercury along with the sun is in your fourth. So I feel like there's a lot going on for you with the material, emotional, a sense of home and safety is there, and bringing in that foundation for you. I just, I think because Gemini's with the North Node there and changes and really getting into your truth is such an important thing. We have Vesta is home, the goddess within the sacred spiritual center. And having that quiet dignity is very important. This is about establishing yourself and establishing what it is that you need and what you desire. But if you're being, you got to be truthful. You know, there might be something that you dipped your hand into that is a little bit too much, and you just got to say, you know what, this is too much, and I'm gonna have to step away and figure out my shit, or figure out what's going on, in order for me to get a sense of purpose in my life. And it's okay to say that, but sometimes there's a lot of fear in saying that, and saying this is what I need to do. But it's opening your heart. It's being, you know, true to yourself, so that you can, for the growth. And this is where partnerships come in, you know. Is there somebody there that you can talk to? Is there somebody there that you can turn towards and bring in? But you got to bring in and build this support team. But the thing is that you can't use and abuse your support team. Like, you got to be honest with them, and then not utilize them as a crutch, but be able to say, okay, this is what I need, and they give you advice, and, you know, say, okay, I'm going to try this, or I'm going to follow this. Don't get your shit in a knot, my little Geminis. And that's what I feel like. Sometimes you get your little shit in a knot because you don't like what somebody said, or you don't like, but the thing is that you say things that other people don't like, but you don't like it said back to you. And that can be, you know, where you put up these boundaries, or you put up these walls, but these walls have to come down so that you're able to utilize and work with what you want, and be honest. It's the honesty thing. Wow, the magician comes in. But, you know, so choices, so the choices come in. You know, the magician has the infinity, there's ups and downs and everything, but you got to make a choice on where is it that you want to lead in your life. The magician opens things up for you, right, and says, here you go. It's the masculine form of the, you know, of your intuition. So this is the masculine part of the intuition, of looking and saying, this is what I need to go ahead and do, and working on that. So let the head translate what the heart tells you. And when you're doing this, this is going to let the head speak for the heart this week. This is coming into that depth. Oh, it's about feelings. Oh my God. But this is being in, when you speak with the heart, you speak with a way of not being an asshole. You speak with the heart of being with kindness and love, and you come into a place where it's like, yeah, this is how I truly feel, or this is really what I'm going. It's coming into your truth. And when you do that, you look at, okay, this is where I need to set my boundaries. This is what I need to do to set my boundaries. And when I do, and I set my boundaries, then I can set into my own truth of what is happening. But it's, you know, it will hand you all important sense of place and what you want. But you got to really come into, you know, Vesta's coming into that sacred place, the sun. Open your heart so that you can speak what's coming through, because that is your mind. That is your first consciousness, is your heart, not your head. So this is coming in, and you'll see that the choices that you need to make will be a lot easier than you being hard-headed and being a dick about everything, and a drama queen or king about shit. So this is really stepping into some real big power. This is real great power that's coming in. But again, this is admitting to yourself, yeah, this is what I need, and this is what I need to do. And my heart is telling me that this isn't working anymore, and I really have to honor it and make the transformation, or make the changes in my life to help to create a more of a substance in my world. And that's what I need to do. There you go, Geminis. I just feel like it's a serious time for you, but I feel like some of you are kind of fucking around and being drama queens and kings. Scorpio. Woo! The moon's making its monthly visit. Yep. And always a valuable chance to check in. And with the sun still 2 months away, that should be all that it is. Yet it's all instinct. It's just going by your instinct, baby. This is a week of saying your guides are going to tell you to do something, then do it. Your guides are going to say this is what should be done, then that's what you need to do. This is the law of attraction. This is about bringing in some play and doing it and having fun. This is about a week of being careful of what you wish for, though. So if you are thinking a certain way and you're thinking, oh my God, everything's not working, then boom, 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 it's not going to work. So it's a very powerful energy that's coming in for you this week and saying, no, I want it all. I want that grandeur and I'm going to work my ass off to get it. That's what I desire. It's like really honing in on that Taurus energy for you and saying, yeah, this is what I desire. And I want comfort. I want my palace. And it's okay to say I want my palace and not getting up into, feeling bad about it. But this is, in the surprising ways where or when or are going to be least expected. So this is really looking into your truth and saying, yeah, this is what I want. This is where I'm going. 12th house. Overwhelming. Yield to a greater cause of power. It can be overwhelming, but it can bring in a lot of power for you. The 12th house. The 12th house is, when we look into your 12th house, when I look into the signs, so is Libra. So your 12th house is Libra. So it's about balancing things and finding that balance, finding that creativity that you want to create. What do you want to have? So this is where that 12th house is coming in. It can be a little bit of overwhelming because, Libras are questioning. You're like, okay, that's nice, but let's just do it. What's the truth? Do it all. But Libras say, no, you got to question. You got to look into this in order for you to bring in what you want to discover for your truth. Bring in. And this is for you to bring in, the flowers are coming in. So there's emotional fulfillment, but there's some work to be done. You're very good. You're very good researchers and you really want to get into the work and you really want to get things and you want to get to the truth. That's where the 12th house wants to come in. It wants to come in and bring you that balance and know everything works in cycles. You're very much an energy. No, you can have your cookie. It's right there. Mateus, the cookie's right there. So you can, look into the cycles that are happening because you're very good at cycles. This last new moon was a cycle. You know the endings. You know what you want. What do you want to start creating? What is that energy that's coming in? And you might find that there's a little bit of a lull right now for you, but don't get hung up on it. Like, oh my God, nothing's working. It's like, no, this is what you're needing to produce. This is what you're needing to do. And here we go. It's like, what you can't do it all by yourself. Ask for help. Like, I mean, he's holding, like, those are a lot of bricks. And there's the angel, like, saying, oh, God, I'm praying for you to get up that hill. I hope it works out, buddy. We can help you, but it's a little bit of a steep incline. So looking at that. And this is where, this is the extremes. The hotness. Look at that. Look at that red hot energy that's coming in there. There's a lot of extremes that are coming in and looking at those extremes. So we're going to talk about extremes, right? And bringing in those extremes. So this is about looking into the depths of everything and not getting hung up on it all and not getting hung up on, it may not be happening right now, but so you got to keep into this positive way of thinking. All right. What? I don't know where that came in. It just was weird. Whoopsie. I want to edit. There we go. So here we go. We are coming in with some fire, baby. We're coming in with some fire. Maybe not be the fire that you want coming in, but it's coming in with hot and heavy. So here we go. So remember, Aries rules the head. So you might be a little bit heady with all of this energy coming in with Aries right now. Aries might be feeling that quite a bit, very heady right now with this energy. So we have with this, opportunities are hidden in the plain sight right now, and right where you are, and possibly under your nose. So take time to make use of untapped potential that has been concealed for you until now. So this is looking into some, energies that are there for you, new solutions to old problems. Energies are there. Maybe you're not asking, maybe because you are a little bit hot-headed with everything that's going on in your sign. So right where you are is where you need to be. You are in the right place, this is accepting where you are right now. Accepting where you are right now is going to allow you to be able to make the changes that need to be done. Follow your insight to enhance. This is important for you. In comes the sun. So there's this energy, this, purpose, destiny is involved. So there's energy that's pushing you forward into this new way, pushing you into this newness. And there is luck there. So you are right to be strong and optimistic about things. It's like things are coming in, but you get too much in your head. You just it's like this headiness and because you rule the head, so your head can get a little bit big. And this is where I'm making sense of a door opening and the angles everywhere. And Saturn this week. So it's coming in. This angle is heavy. It's hard. But it says, what is this all about for you? What are the solutions? Bringing those solutions in. This is about having patience with it all. Blah. Aries having patience. Have patience. Get your shit together. Know that you're in the right place at the right time. You got stuff to do. Start doing it. If you need to start working on something in your life, start working on it. If you need to start working on because your head keeps coming in, mental health. If you need to work on anger management, get on anger management. If you need to look on money resources and planning on money, work on money. This is what you need to start doing. Your world shifts as it does opportunities, and you simply could not see before the shifts into focus. Shifts are coming in. It's getting you to look at things. And that's what that square is doing. It's getting you to look at things in detail and say, this is the shit I need to do. Yet, you get so hung up in your fucking heads and you get this like, oh, it's got to be this way. And I'm angry. I'm this. Fuck off. No. Opportunities and solutions are there for you and can be found right where you are. They're there. But you get so hung up on everything that isn't fucking working, and you miss the sun shining, you miss all of this opportunity and saying, hey, you're in a great place to do shit right now. It may not be exactly what you want, but you are just like, I want it different, I want this, and well, then fucking get out and do it. So it's like a Leo at times. Well, it's a fire sign. Right? But this rule in the head, it's like getting out there. And the thing is that the other thing is that you're the first sign. So you're spring. You're very, you're the masculine, you're going out, right? And it's a masculine sign that's got to get out there, got to get things going. But then the mother issue comes in. So there's a lot of things to do with mother. So with that, so Neptune takes us to a higher realm, where we can imagine what we previously would have thought impossible for ourselves. So in comes this Neptune. Neptune comes in to give you opportunities to open things up. But your cup is reversed. Ace of Cups. So you're stopping the flow. You're stopping the energy. You're stopping the love because you're getting too much in your head. You're wanting somebody else to fix it. And it's funny when I look at a lot of Aries has, usually something to do with mother. I notice with a lot of my Aries is like, oh, you're still living with your mother. Oh, you're having issues with your mother. Oh, there's this with your mother. So, which is very common because it's the first sign, right? And it's the sign of getting out and creating. And in order to create, you need that feminine energy. You need to tune in to that Neptune energy and draw on the inspiration of it, right? Pisces is your 12th house. Bringing that forward. And as you do, when you do this, you get peace. You get peace. You get centeredness. You're like, yeah, this is, you know what? I'm coming into my heart. I'm getting out of here. I'm dropping into my heart. I'm following. I'm allowing for the sun to shine upon my path. I'm bringing in the peace. I'm bringing in the love. This is what I need to focus on. I need to focus on some depths in what I need to do. I need to focus on what is true for me, and allow for perception to come in. And this is, opportunity looks like right now might be very different to what you thought it would. Because it's like the 4 of Cups coming in, God's giving you something, but you're saying, I wanted a Tiffany box. And he's like, how do you know the Tiffany box isn't further down the lane? You haven't opened this box to see where it's going to lead you. This could be the key. So it's looking at things. This is like, today I'm going to start working on this. This is what I need to work on. This is the plan I need to set into. And as I do so, and as I create, more will come forward for me. Ooh, I think Aries, you guys need to do the 21-day meditation to get into the heart. Just saying. Lots of crazy energies are coming in. Wow. This one is making me very lightheaded as I am posting it. And it's Capricorn. So much. It's just like, I feel Capricorns are like, and I can't remember what, it's this energy that I'm getting, and it's we're restructuring in these timelines, and it's the builders. They're called the builders. So these builders are coming in, and they're restructuring and putting things into something new. And for Capricorns, it's frustrating. It's almost where, they work on certain plans for a long time. And when they work on these plans, they want, when it works out, they get so excited. They do want to talk about it. They do want to tell you. But it's these where it's this routine and busyness that's coming in. And you want some normalization with it all, and there's no normalization. Everything is constantly restructuring itself in and around you, and it's like you're feeling this change, and you're trying to filter it through yourself and trying to create and trying to do it, but you're needing to, I feel like you just need to spend some time in adventure. Like, just get out there and spend some time and do something adventurous, in the United States and in Canada, you guys can still travel. Like, you can get in the car and just go to the mountains, go to the ocean, go to the lake. You can still travel. There's still travel. But you're holding doors. There's doors, that are there. And with 3 planets that are making hard aspects to everybody else in the astrology, that it's like, trying to get the motion, trying to get the movement going, and you're trying to get in this creation, and everything is recreating. It's just like, okay, this is done. Oh no, we're gonna remantle and redo. So this is where it's like really spending some time, especially with Mercury in its final 5 days now, and its Venus turn, to really take some in-depth and some me time. I think this is very important for you. And it's for you to get into motion, and that really rocks your ocean. So don't settle for so variety. This is where this needs to come in. This is where the Piscean comes in. And the Piscean energies is coming in and bringing you some compassion and forgiving. Forgiving yourself that, you know what, okay, I don't have all the answers. I can't make all the structures. Some of the stuff that I'm trying to create is I'm unable to create it at this time. I need to let it go. So I need to come more into my passion and my center, and allowing myself to, yeah, this is really where I want to go. And this is where I got like almost like going in and taking the clay, the potter, and molding it and remolding it. If you don't like it, smash it down and you can redo it. It's okay. It's okay. And taking that approach this week is important, because the world wants to give you some possibilities in all areas of your life. So possibilities are opening up, but they can't if you're so hung up on saying, oh my God, there's a flaw there. I was watching it's Timeline on YouTube, and what they do, it's an astrology. It's an astrology thing. And what Timeline does, it goes through different parts of digging up history in 3 days, right? In England. And as they're doing this, and as they're creating and they're digging this up, but this is like sometimes it's like, oh, they're not going to find anything. But there's possibilities there. There's things that open up that you never know. And I was watching the one when they're pouring a pewter cup, a bowl, and how much it took to create this one bowl. Sometimes creating that one bowl is like, oh, that didn't work. You got to melt it down. You got to get it hotter, or in order to get the pewter at a certain temperature in order to create this beautiful bowl. So this is what you got to understand. It's like not every time you try something, it's going to work out the first time. But this is the beauty of you, is that you can allow for that time to work through. You can allow for the energies to work on, and going and coming into nature, finding that sanctuary, and understanding that, sometimes things are going to be a mess. And sometimes things aren't going to be as beautiful as what you want it to be. So there is going to be a dismantling and rebuilding for you right now. But it's okay. You've been going through this since 2008, when Pluto entered your sign. You've been going through this disruption of creating and all of this coming into alignment. So you have this understanding, and now you have the other heavy hitters coming in, that, you got to take some time out. She's reversed. Take some time out in order to do what it is, and find that passionate center for yourself. And it's important for you to do it this week, and go into, come into the void. Come into the void. Allow yourself to come into that void. Come into that energy of transformation for yourself. And as you come into that energy of transformation, you're going to create something really fabulous. But you can't be beating yourself up because everything isn't going the way that you want. I feel like there's a lot of loss that's around my Capricorns right now. And that loss is a lot. There's a lot there that's happening, but you don't have the North Node in there anymore. So there's a lot of things that you can start creating and doing. And you can do it. And bring in some real beautiful, fabulous foundations. I feel like this is something that not only this week, but until Saturn moves out and Saturn goes into Aquarius, it's like, okay, you guys go over there, Jupiter's out. It's going to bring in some new ideas for you. So allow for yourself just to take some time, and it's like going back to, sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board to do this. And this could cause, a lot of anxiety for you. This is like, you got to look at, are you being achy? What are your bones like? Because you are the structure. You are the structure. You are the bones to our society, our world. So what is it that is, feeling achy? And a lot of people might be feeling achy with all of this too, because we all have Capricorn in our sign. We all have Capricorn in our sign, except for the only one person that I know probably doesn't have Capricorn in their sign, or doesn't want to admit it, is Candace. So, but that's okay. But having that energy that's coming in is, you really have to take some time out and really get into some adventure. And then you're going to get clarity on direction for you. So there you go. as we head into, Cancer. See, I'm a double Cancer. Even though I'm a Scorpio, I'm a double Cancer. So when it comes to Cancer, there's this Neptune is coming in for this adventurous part of my chart, and all of our charts, not just my chart, but it's playfulness. This is where the moon, the moon's not very happy where it is, but that's okay. We want to bring in, Venus is there. I want to bring in this creativity, want to bring in this action. I actually said that true, not me. And this is where Venus is in Cancer, and Jupiter, there is this, these are the planets of love and luck here in 12 years. Like they're not going to come around like this. You're not going to see this again. You're not going to see this. You're not going to see this opposition again. Like this alignment with Venus and where Jupiter is, we're not going to have it again in Cancer and Capricorn. So this is a time of creating. This is a time to giving support to your heart and relationships, a voice. This is really allowing for others to have a voice, listening to them, bringing in that comfort. How does that feel? How does that look? Because it is about relationships and your first house. So, and it's funny, because Cancer is in my first house. So this is, when I'm looking at this is about love wants to expand in my world. And in our world, this is about alchemy and attractions. This is what you want to create, your dreams, start them, do them, be them. And there's a lot of healing that has to come out in that too. So in comes Chiron. So bringing in the remedies that you need to establish yourself to create what it is that you want to create. And when you do that, this is where it brings in a transformation of love into your world. This brings in, and don't dream it, live it. This is being a part of it. It's like great to have that dream, but get up, get out from underneath the blanket, put the blanket aside. Let's live it. Let's get out there and do it. It's not about, just sitting around and daydreaming. In comes the plane. There's a journey. Now, this journey is it's a could be a metaphysical journey, but I feel it's more of a physical journey. What is it that you are doing to create what it is that you so desire in your life? Or are you just sitting on the balcony and being whiny pants? You can't be whiny pants. There's no whininess here, little Cancers. There's no whininess. This is getting out, doing it. Go where the imagination takes you. The imagination says, let's go ahead and create it. Then go ahead and create it and do it, because it's going to bring the balance in for you. So you got to take some time, a little time to relax. That's what I did this weekend. Get what I got, and start. This is what, 21-day meditation, Reiki, the Journey Club. I got to post my angel thing. This is like, yes, let's get it going. Let's get this stuff creating. Let us come into our heart and our heart space and do. For me, I want to build a beautiful sanctuary for people. I want to create a space where people can come forth and be and take classes and learn and get into the juiciness of it all, get into the scrumptiousness of life and feel it and live it and do it. And that's what I feel like what Cancers need to start doing to truly love, enhance all of these aspects. Let's bring it in. Think big love. And this includes what you do love to do, and shine it. This is shiny. Let's make it shiny, right? Let's make it all happen. You're the leader. You're the fast running energy. Let's do it. Let's not piss around. There's no pissing around, Cancers. It's getting out, doing it. And as you do this, you'll need some time to rest. You'll need some time to go in and then come out. But this resting doesn't mean to cop out. It doesn't mean freezing. It doesn't mean that, I'm not going to do it anyway. No, this is like, I need to get my breath. Okay, now I can get out and get going again. All right. It's not push, 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 push. When your body says rest, rest. We'll get back to it, because we need you clear-headed. Because if you're pushing too much, then you're not going to get clear-headed, and it's going to lead you to some form of escapism. So this is where with Neptune can get a lot of bad press, because he is a drug lord. This is due to its inability to lead us into escapism. But sometimes a little escapism is what is needed. A little escapism is what's needed. That means you don't have to drink the whole bottle of wine. Just saying. And looking at your will. So in comes your energy, and it says, okay, Let's look into your will. What is it? Come on. That is so, oh, I love, this is such a Cancer energy picture, right? Coming into that essence, and there's that beautiful crescent moon on her, and that, you know, around her is like almost like the fullness of the moon. But coming into that void is so important. And the trick is not to merely dream, but to take whatever steps necessary to do it. You know, I could sit there and daydream, oh, wouldn't it be nice to do a 21-day meditation? But if I don't do anything, who's going to hear? Right? So it's great. Oh, I want to take that class. It's really great. But if you're not going into and talking to somebody and saying, how can I take it? What do I need to do? Then nothing's going to happen with it. So you really need to look into the energies and the essences and go for it. What do you need to do to make it real? And get your ass up there and start doing it. You know, the sun is opposite Sirius. So this is what, you know, shows you what you have to do to compromise on, to have the dream real. You want to make things happen. Let's go for it. You know, and Mercury's in the ruling house. You can't just sit around and you know, do fuck all. Just saying. So this is me calling out all those Cancers that are sitting around moping, right? Sitting around moping and saying, oh, I can't do this. I can't. Oh, that's just too much for me. No, you get out there. You are a cardinal sign. You are a leader. Get there. Get going. This is right. You know, this great outcome. This is a kind of conversation involving you and another party, daring to ask for something you would have shied away from. So this is to raise it. This is to allow it to happen. This is stepping into it, doing it. Got to do it. This is you know, just do it. This is Nike. So call in the god of Nike, because Nike is a god, just by the way. It is not a tennis shoe. So calling it in, baby. Calling it in. Doing it. Just do it. And yes, we have Leo. Oh my goodness gracious, Leo. Whew. What? Wow. I think I needed a little stronger drink than coffee. We're doing the Leos. Man. I got a bunch of wishy-washy little Leos out there. Little wishy-washy Leos. We had 4 weeks of energy with you. 4 weeks of this energy of, you know, we started your energy with a new moon in Cancer, a second new moon. So that was very emotional, because you guys are just like, oh my God, let's get out of the Cancer energy. That's just too much water. It's drowning me. And then we went in, and then we had the full moon in Aquarius. And it's like, oh, okay, fine. I got to put up with Aquarius. It's all about, you know, working with others, but losing my identity. I don't want to lose my identity. And I think this is where, you know, where I find the energies for you right now is getting the clarity on your identity. Getting clarity on your identity. This is where, you know, this is to feel, you know, you might be feeling a little bit uncertain about your intentions and resolutions for the coming year. But I think this is really where you have to not be indecisive, and, or even, you know, where you're feeling like you're unaware of your options, but they are there. This is about inner voice. This is about coming into that inner voice. This energy is for you this week. This is a journey within to discover what your soul wants above all else. What do you soulfully want? This is coming in, and once you realize the importance, don't let it go. It is also an important part of preparing for a new kind of energy and love this week, of what you want and what you desire. This is bringing in opportunities to go within the love that you seek, the things that you seek. This is where your dreams are priceless, and discovering that. And 11th house, cosmos, your friends. This is wishes, granting you wishes. This is energy that's coming forth, that's getting you to really look at what are your wishes. And when we look at that energy, that's, we're going back to the Gemini energy. Is your 11th house. So when we look into the Gemini energy, that's the North Node. What is it that you need to really get into and really start questioning and looking at in your life? This is looking at, things to do with your socializing. And I feel like, especially, this is involving you and other people in your life. And the end of this year will see you enter the now age of Aquarius. So that you really enter into, these are the groups. This is the place where I need to be. This is what I need to do. This is long term. And partnerships. So this is about preparation. And the funny thing, I love when Candace says it, because you're not a sign. You're not, even when I look at your chart, you don't have in your chart to hide away. You are one to go out and stand and be seen. You have to be seen. And this is getting you out there to be seen. So really can't escape. This is like you can't talking about your well-being here either. So this is where, with Mercury trining Jupiter, this is, coming out on the 29th. This is where you have dreams for a reason, going after them, boosting your soul immunity. This is getting you out there, and there's a push there. There's a push, and your dreams, and you can't give up on your dreams. To do your dreams, to get out there, to do whatever it is that you have to allow yourself to be seen. Otherwise, it can't happen. Otherwise, it becomes some little in the basement, some craziness that nobody will know, and it won't actualize, and that you feel down and depressed, and nothing ever works for me, and so you got a whiny little kitty. Got protection there to face the challenges. So know that you got protection. Know that you have protection, and know that you got to trust. Leap into the unknown, have faith, and move forward. Wow. You'll know what the dreams you cannot give up on, and be realistic about this time. So Venus is there. She's trining Neptune. So, but if you see something needs to be released, you'll have to do it. So if it's not your crowd, then you go towards the crowd that works for you. And this is where you won't be willing to sell your soul or sacrifice those dreams. This isn't about selling your soul. This isn't about sacrifice. This is about really stepping into your truth and saying, being that Leo, that lion on Pride Rock, being that energy that comes in that says, here I am, right? And when we look at that truth of who it is, and the thing is that when you're comfortable, you guys are comfortable, but this is looking into this truth of coming into being that king and queen of your castle, right? Allowing yourself to be the king and queen of your castle, allowing for you to be that pride, right? And allowing for you to enter into that pride. I've just pulled up the Lion King, and couple songs come in. This one comes in.
I can see what's happening. What? And they don't have a clue. Oh, they'll fall in love, and here's the
This is a song that I feel like that's coming in for the Leos. Can you feel the love tonight? Can you feel that passion, that exuberance that is within you, to allow for you to stand in your pride, to stand into where you need to go, and allow for your dreams to stand forth and create them? This is important. This is where there's this calling. A few years ago, I saw it where the Leos were creating their city, creating this energy, and now it's like, okay, I want to stand up onto my rock and say, yeah, this is what I am. This is my kingdom. This is what I am creating, and I'm creating it strong, and I'm creating it proud, and doing what I love to do. And I'm not going to not be seen. So this is where I feel it's coming in. And of course, the Seven of Wands come in. The Seven of Wands, you fought hard, my Leos, for what you have created, for what you want, and how you want it to be. This is allowing for this energy, but not to lose who you are within it all. And that's where I find with a lot of the energies coming in is that you kind of get lost and you kind of find trying to figure it all out. And yeah, you don't want to socialize. Yeah, you don't want to be out there. But this is where it's like saying you got to allow that, because we got to have the sunshine. We got to have the sun. We got to have that energy of allowing us to shine. And this is where for you fought so hard to be where you are and what you desire, that you can't just go and hide away. And there's a hunger that's coming in. The wolf is coming in. Look at that. The hunger is coming in for you to evolve, to create, to stand, to be that of who you are, and allowing for yourself to not be afraid of it, not be afraid of it, not to be afraid of that beauty and that substance that you have. So hold on to your dreams, and don't be afraid to strike out on a new bold path to get your dream. Now it's there. Don't be afraid. It's there for you to create however you want to create it, but it is about you interacting. There is a social group that is there, but it's yours. It's the way you want it, and you're not going to lose your individuality, and you're not going to lose that gold. And it's amazing, because I've been watching a lot of archaeology shows, but when they find a piece of gold that's been buried, they just wipe off that dirt, and then it shines. So that's what I feel. It's like you got to just wipe off that dirt that's around you, something that's been holding you on, and step forward and allowing yourself to shine. And I think that's a beautiful way, a beautiful note to leave on this energy of doing this intuitive astrology readings, is that you got to really allow yourself to shine, and don't let anybody deaden your flame, my little Leos, because you have a lot to shine and roar for. You're not one to be led at all. This is why there's conflicts at times, when the sun is shining bright, that Saturn had no control, right? Had no control. Because you're like, I'm creating it. This is the way I'm creating it. Because Capricorn's a fixed sign and Saturn is a fixed sign. Leo is a fixed sign. So when you look at the fixed signs, Scorpio is a fixed sign, where you like, okay, we want to allow ourselves to shine within our truth of who we truly are, and putting down that passionate foundation that is right for me, and not hide away from it. And that's the thing. That's the key, is not hiding, because it's hard to hide. It's like, you try and shut the door on all this light, and it's still going to come through the cracks. So this is a week of really looking into your dreams and saying, okay, this is what I really soulfully want to create, whether that is a foundation with my family, whether it's a foundation of where I live, my business, my whatever, my health and well-being. Looking into all of that, this is really what I truly love. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what other people are going to say or think about it. This is you standing into that passion and saying, yeah, this is what I truly want to create. And I'm going to allow myself to shine that way. So, and it's important. So don't dim your light. So thank you, everybody, for joining me today. And it was quite an enjoyable Monday morning. I loved it. I loved it. And I love doing this on Monday morning. This is probably going to be the new norm. So of coming in and giving you the energies for the week and allowing for you to step into that beauty that all of you have. So thank you very much for joining me. And please like and share this out. So, so it can spread the word. And definitely look at all the programs that are coming out right now that I'm doing. And I'm going to send you off with so much love. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless you in all that you say and all that you do and all that you be. Have a blessed one, everybody, and illuminate. Allow yourself to illuminate, shine in your brightness, and be that brightness that you are. Blessed be, everybody. Bye-bye.